Welcome back to the Dwarven Fortress of Anvilquested, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and the goblins are attacking yet again. Luckily for us, for entertainment purposes, they are being a bit more aggressive. It is now the 9th month of the 159th year, so not too long from our previous episode, and we are also being visited by some red panda men, who I'm sure the goblins will go after before they go after us. But before we do anything, let's profile a dwarf. Now, this is actually my second attempt at recording this, and so we already pulled the number, which was 67, which is actually Gabdora. But before I go into her profile, I want to introduce some new dwarves to the fortress, 2 migrants and a baby. And they are Diego, Luptador, and Seriu. At this point, we have so many dwarves that the only way new dwarves can be admitted is if an old dwarf died. And we actually lost one, believe it or not. The brave dwarf Raven was killed by a giant wolverine, and that giant wolverine received a name, and I sent my military out after it, and it was killed by Gotrek Gurnison. So now Gotrek Gurnison has 2 notable kills, and if we can pause from the invasion for a moment, we can look down here and see... Actually, that's not what I want. The memorial slab to Raven. This is an exceptional church memorial to Raven Sebsurlamul. The slab reads, "In memory of Raven, born 56, bled to death, slain by the giant wolverine Anguished Bolt in the year 159, loving father and husband, lover of crowns." Raven had some pretension to royalty, I believe, and we also made one for the Wolverine, since it was a notable kill. However, that is still being built. But let's talk about Gabdora. Okay, Gabdora Colesis is in the unassigned cast and is currently... I don't know. But her husband, mother, and father are not in the fortress, nor are any of her grandparents. Her younger brother Azrael II, however, is available, as is her aunts Mina Moonheart and Gerai II, and her uncle Percival, the E. Percival, and Bloodrune II. Her cousins Vika and Steingrim are also in the fortress. And that is all. So Gabdora. Gabdora Colesis, or Wheel Trots. She is 53 years old. Within the last season, she felt bliss dining in a legendary dining room, nothing after witnessing death 10 times, horrified after witnessing death 39 times, bliss after sleeping in a great bedroom, bliss dining in a great dining room, irritation to be wearing old clothing. We have more clothes than we know what to do with, so I'm not sure what to do about that. Disgust after being nauseated by the sun, interest seeing a tastefully arranged fine slab, interest seeing a wonderful door, interest seeing a fine seat, a fine table, and disgust after retching on miasma, probably down in our cellars where we keep all the bones and bodies of our enemies. She's a competent weaver, and that is about it. She can easily fall in love or develop positive feelings. She is slow to anger. She occasionally overindulges, but does not enjoy participating in physical confrontations. She is stubborn and generally quite confident when undertaking specific ventures. She is not particularly interested in what others think of her, but is frustratingly sloppy and careless with every task. She is somewhat put off by trade and commerce. She sees the denial of impulses as a vain and foolish pursuit. She respects fairness and finds blind honesty foolish. She dreams of creating a great work of art. So that is our Gabdora. Let's go back into the game itself. Her quote is, "I was near to a door. It's interesting." Quite quite interesting. She's incredibly muscular. Her nose is sharply hooked. Her small lobed ears are tall. Her protruding copper eyes are very wide set. Her hair is straight. Her very short hair is neatly combed. She has a narrow chin. Her eyelashes are short. Her copper skin is slightly wrinkled, and her hair is chestnut. She is mighty, but she is susceptible to disease. Gabdora likes pitchblende, iron, oh, we have plenty of that, heliodor, clear glass, mountains. Well, what self-respecting dwarf doesn't like mountains? She likes warhammers, anvils, guinea fowls for their social nature, and squids for their ability to spray ink. When possible, she prefers to consume giant bush tit, bat ray, and passion fruit wine. She absolutely detests mosquitoes. And that is an area where she and I are in agreement. All right. So what else is new before we turn to martial pursuits? Well, we have some named items, which I will go through rather quickly. Vika has named their shield. I say their because I don't... Is Vika a man or a woman? I do not know. No, that's the Warhammer. There we go. We have the Trest Bravery, a highwood shield. And it is a masterful shield created by Dakiasune. Black Tweedy also named her shield. So, yes. What am I doing? Oh, right. Black Tweedy. No, that's her. She's named a lot of things. There we go. Free Ache, the Fight of Mechanisms. Also a masterful shield, also by Dakiasune. Sir Red Wolf had a mood, and that was satisfied, and Sir Red Wolf created Igaligan, or Trap Mirth, a cave spider silk chouse. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not sure what a chouse is. This is a cave spider silk chouse. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is studded with iron, decorated with cave spider silk and highwood, and encircled with bands of cave spider silk, cushion-cut black zircons, rectangular claystone cabochons, and water buffalo bone. It is made from cave spider silk cloth. On the item is an image of Brunor Battlehammer, Worthy Lenses, the dwarf, and llamas in shirt. Brunor Battlehammer is admiring the llamas. On the item is an image of dwarves. The dwarves are traveling. The artwork relates to the foundation of Anvilquested by the Mountain of Distraction of the Ageless Manor in the early spring of 150. One of our militia captains, Elena Blades, has named her sword, and she is currently leading a striking demonstration. She named her sword Umed Urem, or the Fall of Fathers, and this might be because her own father, Alpha Blades, left her to die when she was but a child. Maybe there is some resentment there, who knows, but it is a steel short sword, and it's exceptional. It has 2 notable kills and 3 other kills, all by Elena Blades. Also, another one of our militia members, Haunter, and I shouldn't really say militia because they are a very trained and elite force of dwarven soldiers. Haunter named his shield Elest Vabok, or the Kin of Orbs. And finally, last but not least, Tection, who is currently sparring, named his shield as well. And that is Nernikut Idor Kel, or Lake Secrets, the Howl of Metal, also created by Daikyatsune. Alright, so let's deal with this attack. You'll notice that I have redone our entryway. I've removed all of the weapon traps except for one little line here, and then a larger line here, and then we have cage traps here to catch any stragglers. Our mushroom trees continue to refuse to fill out. They are still just spires, though our more tree-like trees are developing quite nicely. Also, one last thing before we go to the goblins is that our traps are coming quite nicely as well. If you'll look here at our burrow, I have this whole entire section now hooked up to the floorboards, and I just have a little bit more of this, and then once that is complete, we can let loose our minecart and show how this mechanism works. Hopefully it will work well. This is the first one I've ever created, so my fingers are crossed, and I'm hoping for the best. Okay. But now, what you have all been waiting for, the battle. So we're forbidding these doors. Is anyone outside currently? No, after the death of Raven, it looks like everyone decided to just kind of get secure. I think we're all right. We're going to lose another dog, which is always a shame. And while they're getting themselves situated, I am going to set up our military to respond to this threat. So first of all, Gordosh and Daramos, will you please move here? And then Bumchafes and McWinfield, will you please move down here? Excellent. Are they bringing anyone notable this time? They brought a Jabberer, I think. Is that with them? No, sorry. The Jabberer is down in the caves. Trolls, goblins, anybody elite. I used to get attacked by scores of elite goblins and lash masters and all kinds of things, and now it's just basically regular troops. I'm really kind of sad. We haven't had one notable goblin invader, except for that one dwarven trader many years ago. Just random run-of-the-mill goblins. Who's leading them? No one knows. But at least they're coming in sufficient numbers, and they appear to be moving pretty fast, so my FPS must be doing okay. Soon, however, we'll be fighting more than goblins and trolls. Oh yes, we'll be fighting many horrific creatures from the ghastly nethers. Yeah, nothing. Just random run-of-the-mill troops. No elite bowmen. Nothing. That is a shame. The usual coterie of trolls is advancing first, and our dog is not long for this world, unfortunately. Hopefully he will give as good as he gets. He is a war dog. Nope. Did you at least get a hit in, sir? No. Well, we don't know that yet. Let's look at the previous page. Bites the troll in the lower body, bruising the fat. Okay. Misses the troll. And attacks the troll, but the troll jumps away. So he got one bite in before he fell to the might of the troll. And here the troll comes. And he did... Well, no, he did not make it past the first row of weapon traps. But I think this setup is better. At least they're making it closer to the fortress. Now this troll here is freaking out. Oh, one made it through, and the bolts are flying. Well, a few... Oh, there we go. Wow, here they come. And that troll's seen enough. He's like, no, thank you. I'm getting out of here. Oh, this is great. And unfortunately, I think many of them might be using my new steel bolts that I... Whoa! And I forgot something very important, ladies and gentlemen. What was that, I wonder? Gee, it might have been that I forgot to tell my dwarven citizens that they should not run out into an open battle zone. Generally a good idea. One I should have thought about and neglected to do so. But no harm, no foul. You may have noticed I am not moving my melee squads into position. I will not do so, I don't think, until the trolls at least make it to the second line of weapon traps. Oh, by the way, some mentioned that with the death of the 4 dwarves in the last episode that I would be having a draft. I was planning on it, but drafts are very complicated and I have to create a whole list and I didn't feel like doing that. So instead, when my new dwarf Threetoe arrived, she came with a whole host of sword skills. So I simply nominated Threetoe for the military and she is now the swords dwarf of the possums. Sometimes in Anvilquested we promote on the basis of merit and not simply fortuitous chance. And this is working out perfectly. Somehow just changing where the traps are located has completely fixed everything, and these bolts are flying. We are having a wonderful time, although they again are not necessarily charging forward as much as I would like. Normally, in the sense, if you have cage traps, their commander might get caught in the cage trap and it will prevent them from charging forward. But in this case, we have weapon traps, and they will still charge forward if their commander dies. So maybe their commander is the guy here in the front who is blinking. Maybe he's stopped, so they're stopped as well. Either way, they're providing a nice shooting gallery for us. Our Marks dwarves are getting a lot of practice. However, they are burning through bolts. Now, the wood bolts I don't care too much about, but the metal bolts, many of them are steel. Not that it matters. We have so much steel, and even if we ran out, I have just piles and piles of iron ore running around that we can use instead. You have to give these goblins some credit. They are just charging into a withering hail of bolt fire. I mean, this is... Their comrades are dying all around them. This guy is a champ. Make no mistake. Nergurgzung Nakosnab. Look at him. I mean, he is a mess. And yet, she is a mess. And she is still coming forward. And she actually sounds not too bad for a goblin lass. Her hair is dark violet, and her skin is emerald. That's cool. However, she's not having the best day ever. Now would be a wonderful time for Forgotten Beast to attack, and she fell. I'm glad my dwarves seem to have worked out their ammo problems, although it may just be the fact that I have a whole lot more of them now. But it's just like shooting turkeys. It's just easy. But now some more finally making it. So, let's see. Oscar, Catnip, Bavette, and Elena Blades. Assume the position, please. And I know some of them are going to be up here. I should have thought about that when I designed this place. I didn't. But oh well. I'd rather some of them be up there than, well, they're doing it anyways. I don't want them really down here, because then they'll see the goblins and charge out after them. However, they won't do that unless a goblin actually makes it past these doors, which may not happen. Yep. It's all becoming rather routine. My defenses were good. They're really good. Almost too good. Unfortunately for me, demons are not susceptible to traps, except for the kind that you used with levers that I've created. And even then, they may be made out of steel or something, like some rock that prevents us from doing them any harm. And they've made it to the second line of weapon traps. And some are making it through. The Great Goblin Massacre of 159. Surely after this, they won't send any more hapless units against us. And of course, one of our captains is hanging out in the front because they are Death Defiers. There's Elena Blades. She's excited to use the new sword that she just recently named. Well, it's not a new sword. the old sword, but the one that she recently named. Is this it? Or are there more upstairs? That's everyone. You know what, guys? This episode's kind of dragging on. Let's just put an end to this goblin menace once and for all. So, I've learned my lesson from the last fight. So what I'm going to do is C, D, E, F. Instead of having you attack anyone, I'm simply going to have you move to a place where you can see them. And here we go. First to the enemy is going to be Gustav. And it's on. Oh, shoot. Dwarves are falling down. Who was that? Haunter and Dopey taking on Aslot. Okay, it's just a mass melee here in the middle of the killing field. Our crossbow dwarves are running out of ammo, so we're not seeing that many crossbow bolts. Not much is happening. Please tell me the bug isn't happening again. No, we're still killing them. That's good. Okay, so now my dwarves appear to be retreating back. That is not what I want. So, C, D, E, F. Alright, this time I will have them kill. But I'll have them kill someone relatively close. How about this guy? Okay. That will at least get them back into the fight. And I'll just monitor it to make sure they don't stand around doing nothing. Okay, some are already fleeing for reasons that I don't understand. Elena, Starbreeze, and Tection. Why are you fleeing, guys? We're in the middle of a great battle. Store item in bin. Pick up equipment. Okay. I would not say that now is the best time for that, but you would know, I suppose. This goblin's really hanging on. It's Naguzlu Bonrospamzu. He's fighting both Dwarf Comic and Elena Blades. Or her. Her left cheek is mangled. Her right lower leg is cut open. She's doing okay. Let's see if we can take a look at that. She's a Dwarven Maceman, even though she's a woman. And she's not getting hit. So both Dwarf Comic and Elena Blades are doing that thing they did in the last episode, which is nothing. Okay, squads C, D, E, F. I'm going to clear your duties here. Is that making a difference? No, now they're just leaving. God, the military is so weird. Like, it used to be they would just attack everything until they were done and everything was dead. Let's try this again. C, D, E, F. At least they're all still alive. Let's move here. Hopefully engage. Please. Here they come. What did that noise mean? No one died, right? Grumzub made a masterpiece amulet. Good work, Grumzub. No? I hear people dying. And by people, I mean goblins. So something's happening. I just don't get it. I don't understand what the bug is here. If it is a bug, or if I'm just doing something wrong. See. Oh, you know what? I was told by someone that I could tell if they were exhausted. Okay, station. So they are doing that by looking at their wounds. And it would say exhausted. But no, Ronin Copperblade is fine. Not exhausted at all. So let's go C, D, E, F, kill. Select in rectangle. I know this is what screwed us up last time, but let's give it a try anyway. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, we did just kill a troll. Let's see, goblin. Let's see, how about Red Lips? Are you doing anything? No. No, you're not doing anything. You're just standing there. Dopey. Just standing there. Sheridan Carbuncle. Just talking. She's stunned, however. She struck at the Goblin Mace Lord. Oh, it's a Mace Lord. Where did they come from? We didn't have one of those before. Pike Master. Oh, wait, there's a Pike Master? Okay, so they did Axe Lord? Okay, so they did bring some decent guys with them. Excellent. However, my troops are just standing around, not doing anything. Okay, C, D, E, F. I'm just going to clear your status. See what you guys do. This is so weird. This game has to be bugged. It has to be bugged. I mean, they're just looking at the goblins and not fighting them. Why? Okay, what just happened? Black Tweedy. Okay, tell me you're doing something. Nope. You're just jumping away, but you're not actually attacking. The only people who are actually still hurting the goblins are the Marks dwarves. Oh, here comes somebody. All right, they're coming in. But they're not doing anything. All right, I'm getting kind of tired of this, actually. This is starting to really bother me a lot. Whatever this bug is. Move. Here. Just station yourselves. Fight the goblins. The goblins are fine. The goblins keep fighting, but my people are not fighting. Health. Let's see. Where would they put that people are tired? Winded. Okay, winded. Trouble breathing. Okay. Valoran has... Is that Valoran? Yeah. What does the X exclamation point mean? Broken tissue. Okay, that's not really what I'm concerned about. Alright, so everyone's fine. No one's actually attacking the goblins. They're just kind of dancing around them. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting kind of pissed off. C, D, E, F. Kill. Just kill this troll, how about? Can we kill the troll? No? No, you guys don't want to do that? This has to be a bug. Is anybody else noticing this? I know some of you play this game a lot. I've tried everything. I've changed their commands. I've looked at them. I mean, they're not... The troll's unconscious and tired. Seduce Realms is in pain. Okay, those are the goblins. Hollow Red Lips is fine. Not tired, not exhausted. Vika, fine. Bronzebeard, totally fine. Elena Starbreeze, fine. Dr. Congo, fine. Hyuga, fine. So why aren't they attacking? Is it because the creature is prone? I don't understand. But we need to finish this. So possums, I'm sorry guys. Some of you aren't really ready, but we need some reinforcements here. Otherwise, eventually someone will get killed. And there's a red fox man, just hanging out. Hanging out in my... A red panda man, I mean. Just sitting there, having a good time in my barracks. At least he's not hurting anyone. He's just chilling. My dwarves don't seem to be too concerned about him. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say. Nothing's happening here. My dwarves are not fighting. They're just standing there, getting hit. This is complete and utter nonsense. And as a result, I'm going to end the video. Once again, I am Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.